Move all the usual junk over to the other screen, since this game does not like moving monitors. And that is where I've been for the past 10 minutes trying to fix the monitor issue. Alas, it didn't work. Therefore, I've had to swap everything around. Let's just go through with normal. It's been a couple of years since I've done a playthrough of this. And I know it's not exactly a hard game. But I'd rather it be fun than a chore. Settings should be all fine. Controls are as normal. Let's begin.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment?
Make sure the actual audio is working.
I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle.
Like it is.
Wonder if
There
we'll
we go.
ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Right, if I remember right, the first ending we have to get is to die horribly
down.
here.
Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Down.
No, I don't want to evade. I want to die. I wish to die. I want to get that first ending. Or it's just not going to let us die. Okay. It must be the next bit.
1D down. Assuming captain's duty. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
There we go. Finally, we took enough damage in one go. Hopefully. Your force was annihilated, and Earth went on to become a paradise for machines. Ending W, broken wings. There you go, first one down. It's an easy ending to miss, because it's in the first area of the game and you wouldn't think there's an ending there. I think the next one...
Everything that lives is designed to end.
Okay, yeah, we saw
we
this.
are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Okay, we still can't skip.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
If I remember right from the last time I played this a couple of years ago, the next ending we can get is when we take over the other character of 9S. Once we've done this first bit.
Down.
Hey, Nibble.
1D down. Assuming captain's duties.
It been nibbling good. I'll be the little rat.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted. Captain, I think...
4B down. (2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting
And the
further
music in
orders.
this game has no right going so hard for the first track.
We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Oh god, I remember this bit. Do not die, do not die.
Standard top system activated. Initiate short-range control. Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite. Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Laser communications recovered.
2B, I'm transmitting your pod program.
Pod program download complete.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man. You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Give me your bolts. I've come to realise that maybe this game is not going to be a great one to stream because I don't want to talk during it. Because the music is just... I just like the music way too much. My voice will ruin the music.
Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
I remember there being some secret thing around here, but I've forgotten where it... I think it's that chest over there. But there's a weird way of getting access to a chest. Ah, never mind.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
We always want to be collecting the scrap that they
You know,
leave.
ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that, I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right, then. To be it is.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
Right, that one. Can't get into yet. Hello, Zazzy. You have indeed come.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
How is Zazzy today? Yay, you have got the champions of crab. Definitely. I'll have to check with Sheepa and people. But as far as I know, we were thinking of doing some of it like this Saturday with like 3 or 4 of us. Depending on if people can be around. But it depends how many there are. I think you can only have maximum 4 people. Or we can just have a fun one on our own. But there's all. I don't have to always collab with them. I can collab with you as well, Jazzy. Even if it's just me and you, or see if we get me, you, and Sheepy one day or something. Because I am trying to get Sheepa to buy it too. Even if I have to buy it for him, I was going to try and get Sheepa into it. Oh no! You never rock the boat, Jazzy. Don't ever think that. And plus, next week and the week after, I'm off as well, so I can actually do daytime streams as well. Shock horror. What?
This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
I was thinking on the... Because I was thinking of doing the birthday stream, as I put in my Discord, in the announcements on the 28th.
Detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know.
So depending on what times I'm actually planning on streaming for, because I'm not sure if I'm just going to do like a full-on day, no matter what, or if I'm going to do the classic thing of doing the subathon. I don't know yet. But we could always do an evening part of that, Big Crab. Oh, hey, Etsy, welcome in. Oh, have a good sleepy sleep, Jazzy. Moi, for you too, Jazz. Moi. Oh. Note to self, do not take balls directly to the face. Now, I'm actually curious as to whether they kept a certain thing in that I know was on the PS4 version. Are you controls? There we go. Well, actually, we might not have access to it yet because we haven't blown ourselves up yet in the game.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are
I
locked
got turned
and cannot
around,
be
went through
used.
the wrong door. Now, Mr. Sheeper, I am sure about 40-something minutes ago, a certain
Surveyed the
person said
entire
they were
factory,
going to
but
bed.
couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
I remember this.
Is that?
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
I don't know, has Skrunkle stolen your door again? How dare he? He needs to learn the door is not edible. Don't think I don't know what you are. I haven't played for 2 years, but I fucking remember you. I mean, what? No, nothing at all. Nothing's weird at all. Don't know what you're talking about. It's just a building. Just a building.
There should be another facility across
I
that bridge. It's a bit
am
of a hike, but should we check it
playing
out?
a game. I am back.
It's not like Command to get a
I
location
am
wrong.
gamer.
I guess even they get bad intel
I am
from
stinky.
time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Now this is the bit I hate because we haven't been able to save yet.
No
Who
response
started
from
the game?
long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Actually, let's just let's get up to a good amount of hit points, shall we? And I can't stress how much I just fucking adore the music in these games.
Is that?
Target enemy detected.
We're only half an hour into the game and we've already had like 3 or 4 really, really good songs.
To me!
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy.
Right. I'll provide support.
Now we've got 9S, our little femboy friend. Yes, this is the Nier game I was talking about. That I just, after we talked about it the other day, I'm like, I've got to replay it. I haven't played it for like 2 years. I need to replay it.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Although I was like, this is the sequel to it. So this is Nier Automata. Because I don't yet own the original Nier. It's on my list to get. But luckily, as far as sequels go, you don't have to have played the first one to be able to get a lot out of this one. Most of it is just like old lore you'll find out about in the first game compared to this one. Oh yes, by the way, 9S is a hacker.
Boost!
9S!
9S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him.
Now which was around this way? There we go. Yeah, but the lore is good for this. This game has got some really good lore. I say the whole lore goes across like 5 different games, but each of them is relatively
Communications have been jammed.
self-contained. So what you'll get in terms of lore, if you play this one first, if you go back to the first Nier, you will find things that explain what's going on here that you wouldn't otherwise know. It's like there are a couple of androids you find later who are recurring characters, as well as our good boy Emil. Emil is the best boy. I will hear nothing against Emil because his story is fucking tragic. Speaking of tragic, our 9S has paid an arm and a leg really for helping us out.
I have to help 9S. I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut up!
current...
Just do what I say!
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO-229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
All right.
Weak point. Got it.
Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance
And
controls
now
overridden.
we steal its arm.
Subjugation complete.
Beat the living shit out of it with itself.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Yes, there was more than one of them.
Oh, great.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
2B. It was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
There we go, end of the game. It's all over, that's fine. Time to go. Everyone's dead. Or not. Turns out we're not human, we're androids. We can back up our memories. Can I? I can't do that here. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest, but it would have been funny. I could have sworn we could do that, but maybe we have to,
So, mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
9S.
Yeah?
Thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
a very early
Glory to
piece of
mankind.
information.
Glory to mankind.
The androids can back up their memories. But if they don't back them up, they can lose a significant portion of their mind. The message sharing. So, unlike other games that have the network connectivity, like Dark Souls, this does not allow for invasions. So we're not going to have to worry about that. The messages are, I think, they're just that. Just messages.
5012 AD.
Oh, info dump.
The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end. When the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon. 5204 AD. Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist. To break this stalemate, once and for all.
Whilst in
You
kinky
are
uniforms.
our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
God, these scenes hit. Once you've played through this the first time all the way through and got all of the endings, these scenes hit a little bit differently because you know certain extra things that you don't hear about until like Route 3 and Route 4. I'm actually double checking this on the screen as well. Yeah, that looks fine. So this is actually a neat way of sort of getting you to do your settings in game. It's actually 9S helping you reconfigure yourself.
Ma'am? Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Adjust the settings until you can hear my voice. Could you try and pick up the pace a little bit? This is getting embarrassing. Ma'am? Are you there? Can you hear me?
You can really fuck with him by not saying anything.
Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Alright, are we good now? Oh, thank you. Anyway, that takes care of the settings. Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing. Wait a sec, we need to restore those. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know? Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it, so... Once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out. Morning.
Right, I think we've now unlocked the ability to do another ending. If I can remember right.
9S.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
I see.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know. Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
There's no need to be so formal.
Alright. If you say so.
See, if I ever get my health in order,
I almost forgot.
I'm going to try cosplaying this. And I'm going to get Sheepa to be 9S.
2B.
Saving is possible! Yay! Yes, I want to save because I'm about to do a silly thing. By self-destructing at the bunker, the entire structure ended up exploding in a spectacular fashion. But hey, it sure did look pretty from Earth. Somewhere in the depths of space, the commander still floats about with a stern look on her face. NDU debunked. Oh, I love the joke endings. I love the joke endings so much. Just casually blow yourself up on the space station and watch everything die.
can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Thank you, 9S. Sorry for blowing us up. Was that oh god to do with the fact that we just blew ourselves up, or was that oh god because I mentioned about cosplaying as 2B and getting Sheepa to play a 9S? Okay, this is just generic stuff saying, please don't die. Yeah, the cosplay would be fun. Let's just do a quick save. See, I do own 3 sewing machines. Right, do we have to go into... Is that 9S's room? Nope, that's not 9S's room. That is this is the commanding room. Screw the elevator. Hello, Commander.
Maintenance finished? Yes, Commander. You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time. Understood. I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
I thought I remembered there being a thing there. There's some very interesting costumes.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet. The hangar's up ahead. Let's go.
I've got a feeling. I don't feel so good. Balance sensors got damage. How many times repair the sensors? Problem comes back. It's almost like it's in a head. You guys take care of it. Okay. Okay. I know at some point there's a quest around there, like one of the side quest things. So it might just not be available yet, but that's fine. And once again, the music.
If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
If nothing else, just buy the soundtrack for this game.
You're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Let me open my menu.
Trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Understood.
Good luck down there.
I wish to use a healing kit. You're seriously telling me you used all my healing kits? I had loads left at the end of the last... I had loads left. Oh, good. I do still have... Oh, Grimoire Vice, I fucking missed you, you glorious little fuck. Forget using Pod, I'm using Vice. It's a shame he doesn't have his voice lines. Vice is like one of the two best, well, three best characters from the first Nier.
Target location acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
I mean, we could use, yeah, crappy little robot, or we could use, you know, Grimoire Vice, who is this beautiful book boy from the Gestalt project from the first game. He fires bullets anyway. All this is a cosmetic upgrade. Because this is what Grimoire Vice used to do in the first game. He used to be the ranged attack spellcaster. But he also used to be extremely snarky whilst he was at it. And I love him. Vice is a wonderful character. Heine is a wonderful character. And Emil is a fucking wonderful character. Which goes a lot, which says a lot when the three favourite characters are all side characters. Oops, I didn't want to face plant. I was forgetting that there's 4 damage in this game after playing other games that don't have it. Please tell me there was... I think somewhere around here there was a pickup. Preferably that had health in it. Or maybe not. The resistance camp we go then. Which was... And look, we have animals.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Give me access to that console.
Map data obtained from bunker. Data may be displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
I remember at some point there's a quest to do up here. There's a race to go for. It's amazing how after not playing a game for so long you can still remember so many just little bits and pieces. But like I say, Etsy, the music in this game, it's just top tier. Especially because of what... the transitions between music as well. We went out here. It was very basic music. And then as soon as we progressed nearer to the camp, it started getting fuller, more instruments turned up.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
No, first thing we're doing, 9S, is getting the map information and quick saving. Oh yeah, we can't get... We could get in there if you weren't a lazy git and would use your hacking. But that's gonna have to wait until we get to play you in the next run, isn't it? Let me just double check. There is bits and pieces around the camp to pick up. I guess we... Well, there it is. Oh, we can't access that yet because that's also a locked thing that we need 9S for. Fine, I guess we will, you know, just steal your health kit. Just so we can stop this annoying buzzing noise that we've got. There we go. And we have colour back as well. Yoink. And... Right, I think that's all the general mischief for now. Yes.
You know about 2B?
I am number 2.
Yes, well, the bunker told me to expect you. My name is Anemone. I'm the leader of the android resistance that controls most of this territory. You must be the new scouts we heard about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
Okay, so he's going to talk to the weapon and the supply trader. Also a girl near the entrance wearing the head of a machine uniform. Head of a machine life form. She's a bit odd, but she's smart, so she's probably got useful information for you. Welcome, welcome. It's always great to get new customers. I'm quite a supply trader for the Resistance. You know it. Every item here handcrafted from abandoned parts and stuff plundered from enemy corpses. So then, to business, what can I get you? First things first. Somehow. Not going to bother with those because those things are pointless. Not going to bother with those yet because, quite honestly, we don't need to ride animals yet. You sell plug-in chips. I mean, there's little doodads that serve as power-ups for your body? Afraid not. Love to sell them, but I just don't have the raw materials. Now, if I happen to get those raw materials, I bet we could do business. But until then, you know, there's an idea. What if you got the materials for me? I've got this bum leg, you see. Can't really get around myself. Can't you just repair your own leg? You work in the supply trade, after all. If only. Unfortunately, all our parts are dedicated to the war effort. Can't spare any for myself. Personally, hoping you wipe out those machines so I can start dancing again, but until then, will you look for what I need? Yes, our first side quest. Collect stuff. Ah, thanks a million. Okay, so I need one broken key, one small gear, and one broken circuit. You can smash up a few small machines to find them. You can obtain them from enemies at the big open area towards the left as you exit the camp.
Target location data obtained.
There we go.
Marking on map.
Sub-quest progress. Hello, weapon man. Oh, you must be with the Yoha. I've heard about what happened. I deal in weapons, if you're interested in that type of thing. What kind of weapons? The stabby kind. Basically, I rebuild and repair relics from the old world. Although, to be honest, my tools are in pretty sad shape at the moment. But if I can get the servicing device in that toolbox up and running, I could start fixing and selling weapons again. Take a look, will you? It looks busted, alright. You know it. And as I bet you can tell, I'm no good at that sort of delicate repair. We will help him because he make a weapon. You mean if that'll be a huge help? Looks like servicing device shorted out. Must put too much load on it. I'm thinking 4 complex gadgets will be enough to fix it? Any idea where I'd find them? Folks say you can find them in the city ruins, though I also hear the place is crawling with incredibly aggressive machines. And yes, she is wearing a machine head. You're with the Yoha, right? My mask. Electromagnetic wave shielding device. I wear it to limit unnecessary information from the world. Just kidding. So what do you want? Are you worried about something or whatever? And we get a bunch of things, so... This is just generic tutorial person. So how do I save? What's an access point? What do I do if I die? Where should I go? I feel motion sick. Game is too difficult. Or I'm good. It was fun talking to you. Random strange woman with a robot on her head. Do you have anything to do? Yes, music is wonderful. I can tell you're a connoisseur by looking at you. Here, have this. It's what people used to call a jukebox. A machine that plays music. You can play any song you like on it, as long as you have the records. It's yours to use. Yay! My voice is not calming. People keep saying this. I like the fact that one of the tracks is just a bipolar nightmare. Give us the with vocals version. Let's have a listen. Again, it's another thing I love about the game, that it's like, we know you want to hear the music, so we're going to give you a way to play it whenever you fucking want. Let's return to calming. Return to calm. Ah, yes, you're the actual person that can do... Yes, you're the one that does the upgrades for the pod. And also our storage for... our circuit slots. Yep, if we get any new chips, we can try them out. That's wonderful. Combat chips are very useful to have. And they're also delicious. Oh yeah, speaking of chips, let's just drop a little save down for something. So I've mentioned joke endings. Let's see, where were we? So under skills, under plugin chips, this is where we would normally you know, equip our stuff, We can pick a bunch of things, so, you know, we can... If you don't want the HUD, you can take the HUD away by just removing the HUD. Oh, so if you don't want the minimap, you can remove it. It's perfectly fine. There's also the central operating chip, which we can remove. Caution, handle with care. Removal of the OS chip will result in death. Ending T, fatal error. We unplugged their brain. There do be some really silly endings in this. And I love them. What I'm actually quite happy about is the game's running pretty well whilst I also had YouTube Studio running, so I was actually a bit concerned about that at first. Yeah, there are certain things that, I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't do. I mean, if you go there, it does actually tell you. So if we go there and we go to customize, you can, an Android central system, removal means death. It does tell you black and white right there that if you take this out, you will die. So if someone does that knowingly, it's kind of their own fault. Those are only on easy mode. See, you were saying the other day, let's see, about whether it has difficulties. It does have easy, normal, hard, and hardcore, I think the fourth one was, or nightmare. On easy mode, it gives you these 5. So you can auto-attack, auto-fire, auto-evade, auto-use the pod programs, and automatically switch weapons. So you can essentially have the game combat play itself, if you just want to play for the story. I'm playing on normal, because it just... It's the middle road. It's not too hard, it's not too easy. I think under... Here we go. Yeah, so on easy, they're weak and you can equip the auto chips. On normal, it's just standard. Hard, it's tougher battles and you can't use the lock-on function, which I was using to aim the pod shooting. And on very hard, you can't use lock-on and you will die in a single hit. So, yeah, the hard mode is very much a hard mode. Because it's a... You're not allowed to let yourself get hit once, otherwise you're gone. I have never attempted very hard, because quite frankly it does not sound like a fun experience. But it does give you a good range of what you can, you know, depending on your level of skill and how much you enjoy these kind of games. Also, I can't walk back there to say hello to you, but I see you back there, Deviler and Poplar. I see you, you 4,000-year-old mad women. And we can't access that because we need 90. I think all those ones are hackable boxes. And 2B can't hack. Was there anything to find in here? Nope. Okay, so access points, they're just cleverly disguised access points, can be used for unlocking map, unlocking a save area, and quick saving. And also, I think at one point we get to teleport between them. I mean, I know we can teleport to the bunker from the one that's in the resistance camp.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very beautiful world that they made for this game.
Time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway, talk to you later.
Well, yeah, if you like the hard one, then you'll definitely enjoy the if you get hit once, you're going to get hurt and just die. I mean, that sounds like a challenge enough.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for.
Oh, that was quick.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to York. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do get the game, it's always worth grabbing anything that you can, because all of these items get used for upgrading weapons, upgrading the pod, and I think also manufacturing some of the chips later on in the game. So let's... I think this is an access point down here. It looks like there's stuff crowded around. Or maybe it's stuff that's on top of... Yeah, oh, there we go. Smoosh the small robots. Actually, thinking about it, let's have a look at the inbox. Okay, that's just a test one. Okay, never mind. I know at some point you get items sent to your mailbox when you complete certain quests. So it's always worth keeping an eye on the inbox. I know there's a couple of these buildings as well that you can actually get into. And there's stuff in there, but I think it might only be accessible by 9S with his hacking later.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
And there's a reference to a giant fucking boar that was in the first game.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about. I'm picking up hostile machine life forms.
Hostile? What made you think they were hostile, 9S? Could it be the giant axes? And there's the weapon trader done.
Let's get these back to the trader.
Is that everything we can pick up? Well, that is everything we can pick up. I think that's another access point we can deal with.
Proposal. Eliminate enemies in vicinity and restore access point immediately.
Oh yeah, and that was something I was gonna. So we did just save. So this. So we did that. Yep, it still works. It still works. If you self-destruct, it removes her skirt. And that's one of the achievements I'm not going to be trying to get on stream, which is spend about 30 seconds staring at her butt. It was on the PlayStation 4 as an achievement, so I'm assuming it's going to be an achievement on this version as well. You can also do it to 9S and remove his shorts. They're equal opportunity perverts in this game. And I think there's also an achievement for trying to stare at 9S's butt as well, I think. Because if you put the camera in a certain location, which is obvious that what you're trying to do, eventually they will swat the camera away. And I think you have to do that a few times and you get an achievement for being a pervert, essentially. And I just find it hilarious that they're like... The devs knew exactly what people were going to be like, especially with 2B. I mean... Come on, how can one not... How can one not look? Here we go. It should be enough to fix the device. Hey, it looks like I'm back in business. Yeah, it is a great risk for the trophies. With great risk comes great reward. Yep, I make these weapons. Sometimes I wonder, what if my weapons are just making my friends die faster? Yeah, forget I said anything. Anyway, come back in a while. I should have some new gear for you. Hey, we found the materials. Now we can upgrade and craft things for you. Imagine you can spare some of those to fix your leg. Yeah, nah. Why don't you tell us what's really going on? See, it's my left leg that's all busted off. And my left leg is the one that's fully original. I've repaired this old body of mine 100 times during this war. I've swapped parts in and out so many times I can't even keep track. But this leg, this left leg, it's never been touched. So if I go and replace that, then what happens? I mean, would I be me anymore? Or would I just... Anyway, it's my own problem. Didn't mean to trouble you with it. I should be getting more injuries soon, so swim by when you can. And we got a nice reward as well. But yeah, the first in the game's existential crises mode, which is basically... They all know they're androids. They all know that they are replaceable. And it's the old thing with I can't remember what it was originally meant to be. I think it was a broom. Was the original thing it was, postured for. Is if you've got a broom and you need to replace the handle, you've still got the same broom technically, haven't you? Because the bristles are the same. But then what if you replace the bristles? Technically, nothing is the original thing anymore, but it never sort of like stopped being the first one because you just repaired it. That's the basic idea. But then you've got the same thing has been said about with people. You know, if you get a new leg, whether it be if at some point in future we can just like we can sort of like put brand new human legs onto you if you need a new leg. If you do that with all of your limbs and all of your organs and your brain, and we could just transfer all the information over, would you still be the same? It's one of those weird philosophy things that this game loves to just put in there, just to mess with you while you're trying to game. Yes, it's us. Yes, you do owe us a reward. And whipped up some upgrade materials for you. Crystals, clumps, hides, money, and some XP. Yes, I would love to try out these things. What can we upgrade? We can upgrade Virtuous Contract to get a little bit of extra damage. And we also have the first 3 weapons we can purchase at some point: Beastbane, Ancient Overlord, and Beast Lord. And if I remember, at least I know it was this. I know it was like this on the original game. Yet there's stories that go with these weapons, and you unlock parts of the story as you upgrade the weapon. So, Virtuous Contract. How long can I fight amidst this bloody vortex of a battlefield? How long, I wonder? How long can I continue to protect what I love amidst this endless war? How long, I wonder? And then we'll get the next bits when we unlock level 3 and level 4. And it's the same with every single weapon. And I think if you want the proper ending, or at least one of the main endings, you have to unlock all of the weapons. You have to find them all and upgrade them all to maximum. Which is one of the biggest grinds you're going to get in this game. For the most part, you don't need to unless you want the extra bits. Oh hey, I actually have a request for you as well. There are lots of reports of dangerous machines appearing in the desert recently. This is unusual, so it may be indicative of something bigger. Now I hear your types are pretty good at examining things. Can you look into it for me? Yes, we can. Thanks, I knew I could count on you. I'll tell our allies in the desert you're coming. Be careful out there, okay? Right, so I don't need weapons for now. What are you buying? See, we actually have the ability to buy things here, so yes, hang on. We already have a hit point gauge, don't we? Yes, we do. All the ones that have got a 1 next to it, we own one already. So let's... Ooh. Let's buy the XP gauge for a start. That's relatively useful. And let's purchase a weapon up and a health up. Yeah, like I say, these games, it's not just a play through it once and then you've got everything. Because like I say, there are the 26 endings altogether. 5 of which being main endings. the first time this playthrough we're doing now, it will end on ending A. And then when we load again, it will give us, we will start on ending for route B, where we get to play as 9S for most of the campaign. And then once we've done 9S's route, which unlocks more information, it gives you more background of the world, because he can do things that 2B can't. You then move on to C and D, depending on. So it's the third run. The end of it, you get a decision. Depending on the decision you make, you get either ending C or D. So you're going to want to play through the end bit anyway to get both of them. And then you have to play through the whole thing again, I think, to get ending E, which I don't want to do on stream, because every time I've done it, I have cried because of the way they've done it. Ending E cracks me every single time. And I am not above admitting that it makes me fucking bawl like a fucking child. It also doesn't help that the music that they use for it is fucking beautiful as well.
Confirmed for location specified by Resistance Leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Weight of the World is a beautiful track. And the fact that they use it at the end of the game on ending E, it's heartbreaking. Although speaking of, let's sound. Let's just drop the music down a tad, because I think that's why I got copyrighted. See, Sunday night when I was doing my art stream, I got a few moments of it being copyright struck when I was using the Nier soundtrack, and I think it's because the music was a bit loud when I first started the stream, and so for some reason it picked it up as copyright when it doesn't normally happen. Oh, other players' bodies. We retrieve it, you will gain 3 random effects based on the chips the player had. If we repair it, the body follows us around in combat. So, body report. Hover saw a black book at the enemy's lair. Let's retrieve the body. So we've got a reset, offensive heal, and a shockwave 1. And some money. I'd actually forgotten what, because on the PS4, I think you had to have PS Plus for it to work, and for the most part I didn't bother with that, because I didn't really, apart from using it for the Bloodborne dungeons, I didn't so much care for anything else. I didn't play any online games. So for most of the time when I was playing this, I didn't have access to it. So I think I just turned it off, because I wasn't going to pay just to have the privilege of collecting people's bodies. Oh, we got a couple of big ones. I'm remembering this now. We have to go under that building and it gets us to the desert area. I'm going to have to be really careful with this game, because I've just realised we've already been playing for 1 hour and 40 minutes and it does not feel like that at all. I got the PS4 pretty much entirely for Bloodborne. Because there was a time, about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when I wasn't doing pretty well. I wasn't doing so hot, and so I had to take some extended time off work. And after the first week of not having to go to work, after working constantly every day, pretty much, for like 2 or 3 years, after that first week, I was going stir crazy. And I was just, my brain was just screaming to do something, anything. And so what I ended up doing was, at that point, I was in a relatively cheap place for renting. And so I was like, okay, I've got a spare 500 quid. Fuck it, I'll buy a PS4 and Bloodborne. And I spent, like, the majority of my time off just playing Bloodborne, whilst letting my health get back together. There we go, we've got our weapon upgrade in, we've got our health upgrade in. And our XP gauge. Oh, is this where we find Jackal?
You're from your
Nope,
right?
not yet, it isn't.
I've heard about you guys. We've got a squad mate waiting in a rocky stretch up ahead. Head on over. Just remember that there's nowhere to resupply out there. If you need anything, best to take care of it here while you can. What can I help you with?
Nothing, I don't think. Bloodborne really, I think because of what my health was like at the time and how bad I was, I have a feeling that if it hadn't have been for Bloodborne, I would not have got through that month. Mainly because I completely engrossed myself in that game. But it is pretty much, the entire aesthetic is everything I love. The Victorian aesthetic, perfect. The strange monster folklore stuff is wonderful. The Lovecraftian elements, the strange eldritch abomination things, again, it's everything I love. Which is the reason why, of all of the FromSoft games, Bloodborne is, even though it runs like shit because it's 30 FPS, it is still my favourite FromSoft game. So much so that I can't really easily play the other ones now, because they're too slow for me.
Council broadcasts are always so stiff.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Yeah, the way that the combat in Bloodborne is done, it's a lot more fast-paced than, say, Dark Souls and Sekiro and everything, which are a lot more, you've got to be patient. You know, if you get hit, you have to move away and then try and wait for an opportunity to heal. With Bloodborne, healing is quick. You just stab a thing in your leg and boom, you're done. Or, if you get hit, you're incentivized to fight faster. because for a small period of time after you get hit, you can regain health by beating the thing up that you're attacking. So it incentivizes you to, if you get hit, just get back in the fight as quickly as possible, because that's just the nature of how the combat in that game is meant to be. You're meant to be fighting monsters. You're not meant to be doing it nice and slow. You're trying to get rid of these brutal creatures using brutality. And so after playing Bloodborne so much, every other time I've tried to play a Dark Souls game now, or I even tried Sekiro, and I just found them too slow for me now. Even though the engines are basically the same, and the combat isn't that much different when you're actually fighting. It's just the speed of it. It just, I just can't do the patience part anymore. Oh, I do believe we got another chip just then. Yeah, auto use healing item if HP drops below 30%. What does control do? Auto hides the HUD in certain situations. Okay, never mind. Don't need that. I mean, honestly, I am still waiting on Bloodborne to come to PC as well. All the other Dark Souls and things have been remastered and brought back to PC at some point now. So I'm really hoping that at some point we get a remaster of Bloodborne that comes to PC. We can't go through there yet. Were you up on a cliff? There you are. Hello, Jackal.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass.
Oh, Jackass, not Jackal. Close enough.
I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jackass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well, wouldn't want to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
She's the one that gets us to eat a fish and die later on. And it's wonderful.
Gate with explosives. There's gotta be an easier way, right?
And here's a bit of lore you wouldn't get if you haven't played the first game. The robots here are wearing masks. Masks that are eerily similar to the masks that are worn by the desert people in the first game. And it's pretty much assumed that they found the masks buried in the sand and the machines put them on. Because there's a whole section of the first game where you're in the desert environment. There's an entire city of people, all of them who wear masks and have like 3,000 rules to exist. And welcome to the desert.
This sand sure is slippery.
Right, I think I remember over here was the thing. I think. As it has been a long time since I played, but I think I remembered it. I did.
A pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode.
Kind of.
Others unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
Yep, we now have missile pod as well as laser pod. But it is kind of open world in the fact that once you've opened an area, you can keep going back to it and do whatever you want there. But there are certain places that are locked up until you get to certain parts of the game or until you're on certain quest lines. So it's not quite like, say, Skyrim open world where you really can go anywhere apart from very specific places. It's like, until we got on this quest, we could not access the desert because the door was blocked. We needed to have the quest so that we could, you know, get Jackass to blow that door up for us.
Do you think they even understand the concept of being scared?
Oh, hang on. I think we've got to fight our way along the pipeline.
Careful. We've got enemies approaching.
These machines are talking.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Yeah, so really think about it, it's probably sort of like, it's semi-open world, I'd probably classify it. So now that we've opened the desert, we can come back here and do whatever we need to whenever. There are some side quests that don't appear straight away. We can come back to them later. There's also certain resources that only spawn in the desert, so we'll be able to come back at any point we want and deal with them. But, like I say, until we got that quest that we were on now, we wouldn't have been able to access the area. Yeah, pretty much. Well, so most of the quests themselves are relatively linear as well. So like the one that we're on now, it's very much, you have a task to do. You have got some markers to go to and do whatever you need to do. So unlike some of the games that I play, like say Kenshi, which is just do whatever the fuck you want, that one is very much open world, so much so that it doesn't have a proper quest line in it really. It's just go and do things. That one is very much just a complete and utter sandbox.
What's with the weird-looking outfits?
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
As well, if I remember right as well, there are certain quests that you have to do before a certain time as well. Because either the NPCs involved move or die, or you just start using a different character. Like, there's going to be some side quests that appear in this route that might not necessarily appear in Route B when we play as 9S. But likewise, there's going to be ones in 9S's route that don't show up now. Because I know there's some NPCs we talk to on this route that we need to do a certain thing with. Namely being, we have to do stuff to do with hacking, which 2B can't do. But 9S, he can hack the hell out of anything he wants. So much so, I think he can actually just take over. Oh god, I forgot about these things. Oh yeah, I definitely forgot about those. The self-destructing ones. That run at you screaming. And now the robots are...
It's fine. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random. If they wanted help, why would they be attacking us?
Yeah.
Because they're not asking us for help, they're asking their friends for help. Yeah, as far as I know, the only way to get it back is either dying or transporting yourself somewhere else, and then you get the clothes back. But like I said, when you play as 9S, you can do the same thing, and his little tiny, like, man skirt thing disappears, so you just see his shorts. So when you get to play as the femboy, you can stare at the femboy butt. Which I know there are many people that will be wanting that option. I will probably be using that option. let's say this caters to both sides of the things that you like to look at. It's equal opportunity when it comes to being a perv. And as you go through the game, you will realise why 2B and... Oh, was it... I can't remember her designation. I think it was... We've got 2B, 9S. I'm trying to think what it was now. A2. That was it.
Individual target ID marked.
Hello, Sheeper. Mister, I'm going to bed 2 hours ago, but it's still awake. I notice you, and I love you too. But yeah, stupid fact. 9S, 2B, and A2 are all names of stationary items. A2 is a type of paper size. 2B is a type of pencil. And A2 and 9S is a size of envelope.
What's that?
Analysis.
Which is a really silly thing that I know. I don't know why I know these things. I just find it funny.
Structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
And this apartment complex looks about as well looked after as the one I'm living in.
Received from access point.
Well, you see, the A2 and the 2B, most people know of. Because people use pencils, they know there's HB and 2B and everything. And people use, you know, A4 paper and A3 paper, so they can probably guess there's an A2 size paper. But when I looked into it, I was like, what the fuck is 9S? And then I found out that's what they do envelope sizing in. Which is, when I say, useless information in my life. I'm never going to need to purchase envelopes of a certain size that I can tell. Unless I start doing like weird merch stuff later on where I like make stuff, but even then that would probably end up going in a box rather than in an envelope. You know, I still at one point want to try making the Sheeper plush. As terrible as it's going to turn out, I still want to make a Skrunkle. And we can't access that because 9S won't hack that. Not until we are 9S. Yeah, I remember 9S's gameplay being very different because a lot of his stuff, he has hacking minigames where it's very much like old retro arcade games to do the hacking. So the way he plays is very different to how we play as 2B. And the occasional times we get to play as 9S, not 9S, as A2. Even she plays similar to 2B, but she has some differences in terms of how she attacks. Because she's more a berserk type of fighter than 2B is. Have I got turned? I have. I got turned around, I think.
confirmed. Let's get him.
Yes, we are currently chasing down a small robot who's shouting, "Run, run, help me." And we're not thinking anything strange that the robot is running away from us while screaming, "Run away." That's obviously not sentience, is it? That's just a robot replaying some silly voice messages it heard. Oh, the body of 37DA with a lot of weird things. This child fought with every ounce of strength at a garbage dump. Okie dokie. Take care, Etsy. It's been fun having you here, and again, thanks for resubscribing. You know, one of the 2 people that has been sticking around and subbing to me since I got a video a couple of months ago, so I very much appreciate it. I hope to see you again on the next streams as well, which will be tomorrow. Yep, the robots are screaming in pain. But it's normal. It's perfectly okay. They're just robots, of course. There's nothing strange here. They're just robots. Oh, we've got a big one. Oh god, I forgot you shoot out more of them. Moment, just getting a bit warm. Need to get my arms out of this top. Get some air to my arms. So I don't melt. I like that one. He tries running and then realizes he's running the wrong direction. He's running directly at us.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
It wasn't that. There's somewhere that there's one of those that we can actually climb up. And that there's something up there. But obviously it wasn't. Was it? No, not that one. Can't get up there. Might? No, I don't think he used that one actually.
These are android bodies.
Hypothesis. They were killed by local machine life forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
And anyone who has ever played a video game ever realizes that this thing looks like a thing called a boss arena.
But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
Ooh, another one to pick up. Let's get a bit of extra money and some experience. And there it goes. We fall into the arena. Yeah, we find a very strange scene.
What is this?
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Yeah.
They don't have any feelings. They're just imitating human speech. Let's take them out.
Oh yeah, technically they're not hostile yet, so we can't actually lock onto them with missiles. Because we attacked them. Now they're starting to be angry. If I remember right, this is also one of the best places to farm early game items. You can come back after we've done this. You can come back and I think they just keep on spawning. And so you can use it for experience. You can use it for items. You can just keep on getting stuff. This cannot continue.
What's happening?
Please ignore the man bot.
No, this is a machine.
The machines be evolving. Yep, and the more we attack him, the more he levels up and evolves. I don't think we can just... I think we have to fight him as well. We can't even... Basically, whilst we're shooting him, he's getting more brain power. He's leveling up as we speak. He was level 1, now he's level 4.
Sword. Dodge. Projectile. Deflect.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
Yep, now he's level 5. Level 6. We're basically making our own enemy stronger for the rest of the game. Because we don't understand that maybe you should not shoot the thing. He's learned the power of gun.
Is this really a machine?
Yeah, this is where it starts getting a little weird.
Damn it, not another one.
Another one just crawls out the old one.
We gotta get out of here. Come on, through that hole.
And there we have met Adam and Eve.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
I think I remember there being something down here that we want. Oh, we can't access it. I mean, my memory just keeps finding things we can't even unlock yet because we aren't playing as 9S.
this is good. We should be able to reach command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
Yep, and Jackass has moved to a place here now. Don't think we need this quick save, although we did have an inbox. Equipment was lost breaking into the abandoned factory. It's still there. Mark the estimated location so we can pick it up when we're in the area. Schedule correspondence. That's just what we heard earlier, and then a little bit of like weird fortune telling lore from one of the other androids.
Whew. I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
Yeah, let's be good.
You got it.
Well, they're saying that. How far away are we from? I think we are fairly. That's the housing complex we were just at. That's the desert. I think we might actually be quite a way away. Oh wait, no, we're not. It's over here. We're not that far away from the area to pick up our weapons from our last body that exploded. Assuming we can get over there. I think we need to go up and over that bridge to do that. And there shouldn't be anything locking us out of here because it would be silly if the game gave us the email to say the items are there without giving us the option of actually getting over there. So we should be fine. And again, there are chests around here that I think we can get hold of. But I think, again... Oh no, this one I think we're... Yeah, we can open that one fine. Might be a different one I'm thinking that we're not able to access yet. Let's get our map data and give a quick save. Ooh. And a pickup. we have got Virtuous Treaty back. And all the items that we lost when we died. So all the stuff that we picked up during the prologue, we've got back now. And that auto use item +1. Which we already got another drop of that, so we didn't need it, but eventually we can fuse those together and make a better version. Which is always worth doing. I think if you get 2 +1s to make a +2, it takes up more slots, but the amount of benefit you get is more than having 2 smaller ones. So it is always worth upgrading as far as I remember. I don't think we can transport via these yet, can we? No, we can't. That must come at a later point in the game. So let's run back to the resistance camp. And see what would be next. And we can decide whether or not to call it for the end of the day, depending on what the options are. Shiny. Yep, and now it's given us the thing saying you can pick up other quests and stuff from people on the map. Ah, it's you. Heard from Jackass about your encounter in the desert. Good work. Don't have much to offer in thanks, but I've rented a room for you here. With a magical opening door. The least we can do. Feel free to use it however you like. Pretty big. Sure it's okay for us to get a room like this. We have permission, remember? Plus, we'll probably be stationed here for a while, so a bed won't go amiss. Oh, then I guess there's no point turning it down. We do have stuff we can smash open in the meantime. Mostly useless, but, you know, it's still there nonetheless. And we do have the option of taking a break, which I don't think actually does anything. So we can save now. And we don't actually have any active quests at the moment, so I think our next step would be going back to the bunker. Which is essentially we just transfer our mind back up into another body. I think that's all the transporting actually is. It's not us flying or anything like that. It's literally just we copy our brain over to another piece of machinery. Yep, there we go. She's got a quest for us. I need to ask you. We need your help improving the networking environment between the bunker and the surface. Doing so allows us to carry out operations more efficient manner. First, I need you to transport the required materials to the leader of the resistance camp. I'll have an operator explain how to obtain the materials once you touch down. And I think that is the bit that lets us transfer between map points now. Once we complete this quest. Just run around, make sure there's none other. I think there's at least one other, possibly two others around here now. And you're just a normal operator. There's one in the hangar, it looks like. I don't think this is meant to happen. I don't think that's meant to happen at all. We're meant to be able to keep walking the same direction and as far as 2B is concerned, it should keep going. Yeah, this is what should have happened. I don't quite know why. What just happened. That was very weird. Terminal, can't get anything there. Oh, we do have a shop for maintenance. Yeah, we can start fusing some of these things together if we decide to. Oh, we're probably going to want to swap over the auto use at some point to a better one. Same with the movement speed. We're probably going to want to add that one in at some point. We've got Pod A and Pod C, both of which we have basically none of the materials for, apart from we've got 9 tree seeds for that one, but then just nothing of the rest. So no upgrading that anytime soon. We do have the other pod things we can use. So there's a bunch of deadly slashes to anyone who's within range. Big hammer does smash. AoE stabby pod thing. Bunch of spears from the ground, which is a similar spell from the first Nier. Physical and magical shields for melee and projectiles. Do we get more storage? That'll let us put more slots in our brain. Yeah, that's now upgraded. The amount of space we can use. Yeah, so let's take off the auto use item and put the auto use item +1 in there. Yeah, so obviously we've got a bunch of these that are like, the number on the right hand column is how many slots it will take in our brain essentially. And currently we don't have that many. We've got less than half of the slots available. So there's not really... I mean, we can put the HUD control back on there. But other than that, there's not much we can do on there. We can't fit anything else in there now. So unless we start taking things out, we can't optimize. Optimize just puts it in a nice order so that we know the amount of stuff that's left over. Storage use 54 out of 56. So we've only got 2 slots left to use at the moment, which is nothing. We don't have anything that's like that. And both of those are only using laser because we only have laser so far. We haven't unlocked any of the others yet. So I suppose let's head to the hangar, see if there was a quest in there, which I think there was. I think there's a recovery operation one, or something. We have to go and find something for someone. Unless that quest isn't around yet. Oh no, there it is. 2B? Is that you? Yes, but... Oh, thank goodness. My name is 16D. My instructor, 11B, one of your squad mates on the assault on the abandoned factory. Don't suppose she... Yeah, she was shot down during the battle. I see. What a shame. She was the closest thing I had to a mentor. She was so strong and admirable. What happened to her body? I don't know. I don't know if it's my place to be asking you this, but... Well, if you happen to run across anything of hers, would you mind bringing it back to me? It's not a priority or anything, but just if you have time. Yes, we will keep an eye out for anything. And Pod, do we have any information about 11B's black box? Negative, 11B's black box has yet to be recovered. She was shot down near the abandoned factory. Oh yeah, and we can choose... Not that it makes much of a difference. But we can talk to 9S and say... Yeah, please, you know, do this kind of combat. So we can either get him to just completely ignore everything and just not fight, or fight only in melee, fight only in ranged. I don't think we can tell him to only hack at this point of the game. But I think I'll pop that save down. And I think we'll call it there for the day. We've been going for like 2 hours 40 minutes, which is like 40 minutes more than I was originally planning. But this game just has a habit of eating time, quite frankly. Especially with just how good the music is. I'd just like zone out and listen to the music. If it wasn't a stream and I was having to talk, I would just sit there in a nice area, kill any robots that are around that might attack, find a good place, and then just sit there and listen. Because it's got some beautiful songs. I did quite enjoy coming back to this, so maybe this can take our slot 1 for now. Our Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, since we've put Kingdom Come Deliverance on hiatus for now, because that was being a bit long, maybe our story-based game can be this for a bit. You know, there's quite a lot. I mean, like I say, we've gone for like over 2.5 hours of this so far. We've picked up only 3 of the endings that were jokes. So there's a huge amount more to get there. Plus, there's at least 4 playthroughs to get all the story. So maybe we'll just do Route A for now, and then we can have a look at Route B and C and D on later streams. I don't know. Or maybe we just like crack them all out and just keep going until we win. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to ending A, which is a good probably 3 streams away, I think. Probably 2 or 3 streams minimum before we get there. But I seem to recall there's a lot of stuff we haven't seen yet. Well, let's see. Who have we got in the meantime? Let's go and raid Harrowick. Currently playing Deep Rock Galactic with a couple of friends, it looks like. So I'll say, as always, it's been fun. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for we will see. Yeah, we will see what is going to take up slot 2. Since last week we ran out of stuff on our slot 2 game early. So until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And I'll click start raid now, and not be silly and say I'll see you next time and then click the button, because that makes me look silly. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.